Hello, I'm Scott Bogie here with your Cage Warriors fighter, Eimear Darcy. How are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing good. And how are you feeling ahead of this upcoming fight?
Good, yeah. I can't wait. I'm really excited. And I just can't wait to get in there.
And how is it being able to fight in Dublin in front of sold out arenas?
Really cool. Yeah, it's deadly. Yeah. It's such a cool experience. And then it's great to just enjoy and watch the fights afterwards as well. They're always such stacked cards, so yeah, it's deadly. It's really, really cool.
And they just show how much Irish MMA fans just engage with the fighters and just shows their support, being able to sell out like the RDS arena.
Yeah, it's deadly. It just shows exactly, yeah, the support that Irish MMA has, and how interested people are in the sport as well. It's deadly. The crowd is unreal. The supporters are unreal. It's a really great night.
And in this matchup just now, what do you feel like your strengths are?
I feel like I have a lot of strengths. I'd say the biggest strength now that I have at the minute is just a greater understanding for the the game in general, for my game in general, and yeah, just there's yeah, just a bigger kind of understanding of what needs to be done. So yeah, I'm really excited.
And you're being able to train against some of the best in the Irish game so far. You have Sean Bannon as well as Kyle Sullivan. How has that been to be able to get that connection, get their experience from the IMAFs, get Shauna's experience from the UFC, just being able to help with your overall game?
Oh, it's been great. Having the girls all summer has just been unreal. We had our last camp together as well last summer. So
Yeah.
just, yeah, just having the consistency of the girls every week, and the intensity of the training, just pushing each other. It's deadly, yeah. I'm so grateful to have the girls. So it's been great.
And do you feel like the main thing that helps your game is being able to have that friendship with them all as well?
It's definitely one of the big factors just to have the girls to train with, and it's great because I've a mix. I have the girls as well, and then I have my team too, and my main team and compound. So just to be able to mix it up with everybody, has been brilliant. And then I've had other girls who focus more on K1 that
Yeah.
have been coming to my gym as well and helping me spar too. So I've just been really, really lucky to have such a mix of training partners, as well as the consistency of my own training partners in compound as well. So yeah, it's been great.
And what is it that you do after you get this win? What is the plan to celebrate?
To celebrate, oh,
Yeah. Anything in particular?
sorry.
Anything in particular?
I don't know. I feel like I always change my mind, so I probably will just wait and see how I'm feeling afterwards. But possibly pizza. Sometimes I just want chips and curry sauce. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I changed my mind. I don't want to. I don't want to time myself down to one thing right now of what I'm gonna have after.
Just get built everything.
Yeah, yeah, a little mix.
And unfortunately, in that last fight, it didn't go your way. But
No.
until that submission, how did you feel like the fight was going?
Personally, not great. I think I had a very different idea to how the fight was going to how the fight was going. Um, yeah, I didn't think that I was myself in there. I think I was very focused on just doing damage rather than winning the exchanges. And just keeping the distance and just fighting my fight. So yeah, I just definitely had the experience of having a fight where I just wasn't fighting like I usually do. Um, and now that I've had that experience and I've seen how it feels, I understand kind of what the mindset was going in there. I know the changes to make for the next few fights and not to make the same mistakes again. So yeah.
And do you think it's not about the defeat, but it's about learning from the defeat? The defeat can happen, it's fine, but it's about how you go from that.
Yeah, I don't think I really I really understood the concept of, like, if after you lose that you learn as
Yeah,
well. I love winning. I still don't like the fact that of course I don't like the fact that I lost that fight.
yeah.
Um, I would rather have learned and win than lose and learn. Um, I'm sure everyone would, but yeah, I really, really don't like losing. But I definitely learned some really big lessons. And also it's just given me a chance to really, um, to like for my coach to help highlight what it is that I need to understand. I think my brain was on a little bit of autopilot with the striking, and now I've really taken the time to understand striking. The same way I was new to jiu-jitsu and I was new to wall wrestling, but I've been striking for a couple of years, and then I was doing kickboxing as a kid as well and teenager. So I don't think I really took the time to pause and understand it. Whereas with the jiu-jitsu and the wall wrestling, that was brand new, so I really felt that I needed to understand it. But now I'm applying that same mindset to the striking as well. So yeah.
And how has it been trying to get fights? Because speaking to women in MMA, it seems like that has been the struggle of being able to fight consistently. Either that is struggling to find opponents, or when you get someone, they just want to protect their record.
I've never had an issue getting fights. Um, Obviously this is gonna be my fourth professional fight.
Yep.
The matchmaking in Cage Warriors has been deadly. I've never not gotten a fight. And then in my amateur career as well, I was open to fighting everybody. So even the girls that might have had more experience, I wanted the experience. So I was happy to fight whoever it was. Um so yeah, once my coach felt that I was ready, I was happy to fight whoever.
And how would it feel after you get back in the win column, rack through a couple of wins, and get that Cage Warriors belt around your waist?
Amazing. That's the long term goal. So focus on this fight, and then I'd love to get another fight by the end of the year, and then yeah,
Is
keep
there
going.
any location in particular that you're targeting? London,
Uh,
Manchester?
I'd be happy with London or Manchester, either or. Yeah,
You just want to get back out there and just
yeah,
get.
yeah. As active as I can for the end of the year, but really just laser focused in now for September 27th.
And what is your when you go into the year? Do you go in wanting a certain number of fights, as long as everything does stay healthy?
Yeah, I'd like three times a year would be ideal, four times if I could. Once the body is healthy, and I'm able to fight, then I'd like to fight as much as I possibly can.
And what was it that kind of brought you into the sport?
Into MMA.
Yeah,
My coach. Yeah, so I was doing K1 beforehand, and then that was at amateur, and then my coach had talked about the idea of going professional, and then we had talked about that in terms of K1, and then he talked to me about MMA as well, and I had no idea about MMA, so then we just started that, and yeah, here we are.
and how has the K1 background been? Because obviously you do have a lot of organizations in that realm. What was it
Yeah.
that kind of brought you through to the MMA side?
How did the K1 bring me through to MMA?
Yeah,
So like in terms of like helping me and stuff with it.
yeah.
Yeah, so it was a big help because I had that experience of, getting in the ring, fighting competitors, cutting weight. Yeah, I felt like K1 was very similar to amateur MMA. Um, yeah, the mindset was the same. It's just racking up the experience, really feeling nervous, getting in there with somebody. Yeah, so it really did help. I felt like I'd a lot of K1 experience as well. I had a lot of fights. So yeah, it really did help.
And was it kind of difficult to try and master the jiu-jitsu part at the start, try to just move onto the ground as well as on the feet?
Yeah, it was really confusing. Still confusing. I don't know ever gets like not confused, not sure. But it was really confusing. But now I can see now things make a lot more sense and
Yeah.
I can see how things um tie in together, and even if something's really confusing at the start, I can tell myself, okay, I will be able to understand this, and I have a great team and a great coach and stuff. So yeah, but I just found it very confusing.
And are you just an eat, sleep, train, repeat kind of person, or do you have anything outside of MMA as well?
No, I work like I have my job, so I work as well. But other than that, no, it's just yeah, I just I'm just completely obsessed. I think about training all the time. I think about fighting. I just love it. So yeah, that's mostly what just takes up my brain. So yeah.
And how hard is it being able to try and find that balance between also you've got your job, you have to get that, but then finding the time to be able to go out and train?
Yeah, I feel like it's just consistency and making the time for it really. So I train in the mornings before I go to work. Then I go to work. If I have to train on my break, I can get stuff done on my break as well. And then afterwards I spend my evenings at training. That's when all my training classes would be in compound. So yeah, it's just you just have to make it just has to be done. I don't have time to really do other things. Training is everything to an extent. So yeah, it's just understanding really that sacrifices have to be made and things take priority.
And do you have a good team around you that kind of like understands that?
Yeah, I have the best team. Yeah. And as well, like when I'm at training, um it's not like my coach Justyna always talks about things being fun and then things being fun serious and being serious and
Yeah.
I try very fun serious. I've so much fun with my training partners, but also at the same time I'm able to switch on and be serious and put the work in that needs to be done. So yeah. And also there's days where you're tired, days where it's hard to do it, but it just has to be done. And having that team around me makes those days so much easier.
And who were you really looking in up to when you're moving into the MMA world? Who were you really looking into in like the UFC?
I'm really bad at like like watching fights. I'm mostly asleep. I'm not gonna lie. The fights are very, yeah, I try and go with sleep. But I like to watch Valentina Shevchenko and Zhang Wei Li.
Yeah.
They'd be exciting fights, yeah. But in terms of like keeping up with people's trainings or anything, yeah, I'm really bad for that kind of stuff or what people do be up to.
And you did talk about Whaley and Shevchenko. That fight has been confirmed. They are going to be facing each other. Are you
Mm.
excited for that fight?
Am I what? Sorry.
Excited for that?
Yeah, I'm imagining it's going to be on fairly late at night, so I'll probably watch
Set an
it.
alarm.
Yeah, yeah, or I'll watch it the next day,
Yeah.
definitely.
And who do you feel like has got the edge in that fight?
Both are deadly competitors, so yeah, I think it could go either way. I'm excited to watch it the next day probably.
You're just waiting to see who's just holding onto that belt until you just walk
Yeah.
in. And do you feel like get this win, get another win in November, and then start off the year quickly as well? Maybe two wins, start March, and then in the summer, and then you can potentially push for that contender series in 2027,
Yeah,
twenty twenty six.
the goal is Cage Warriors flyweight title and then
Yeah.
the UFC. So yeah, that's the long term goal. But 2026 isn't that far away. So yeah, but I have to rack up the small goals first and then
Yeah.
get those.
And do you feel like Cade Warriors is helping with women's MMA just because they are now putting on a lot more fights than what they have done in the past? You got this weekend, you got Lexi Rook doing her fight. You've got you 2 weeks later. They've got another one in Rome as well. They are now starting to put on a lot more fights. Does that just help you with the options?
Yeah, definitely. And like, look, women's MMA, and we're gonna see more females in cage
Yeah.
warrior as well. I I would definitely imagine, because Irish MMA here is just growing, and there's so many amateurs that are super talented, super experienced, and are working so hard as well. And it's cool to see all the other female fighters on the other Cage Warriors cards too. So it does just show that female fighters are really pushing through Cage Warriors, and I'm aware that it was like that in the past as well, and sometimes kind of fizzle up and down. So yeah, it's really cool to see.
Now, do you feel like potentially next year we have sold out the RDS last time? They put on more seats for this event. It looks like it's going to be a sellout again. Could you maybe potentially push for a free arena appearance?
That would be very cool. Like I know we're close to selling out now for this one in September. So I can only imagine what it will be like next year as well. So after the fights on September 27th. So yeah, that would be deadly. That'd be really cool.
Just get you headlining for that title in the free arena, walking out with the Irish crowd.
Yeah, title fight on the Tree Arena sounds like the plan.
And make sure you guys tune in and you can see her get back into the win column and get on that road to becoming that women's flyweight champion in Cage Warriors. Thank you so much for coming on. Is there anything you'd like to add or anyone you want to shout out?
Just my coach and my team and everybody that supports me. I really appreciate all the support for the upcoming fight and after my last fight as well. Even though it didn't go my way, I still had the same amount of support as I would if I had have won. And that's just really, really special to see. And yeah, I can't wait to put on a show on September 27th.
It's a great night of fights. Got a lot of good talent on there. You do not want to miss it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.